Nothing on the local comms. Advent's been quiet lately. I'm guessing we have you to thank for that.
Our pleasure, Den Mother. Enjoy it while it lasts.
We plan to. Our water purification
Massive
system...
signal coming from the Advent network tower. It's global. Sir, I think you want to see this.
Fellow citizens, for 20 years, the Advent Coalition has worked tirelessly to repair the ravages and injustices of the old world. Under our stewardship, our cities prosper, our people flourish, and our world heals. And yet, among us, there are still those who would refuse to acknowledge the truth, who are determined to see all that we have achieved
Multiple radar contacts on approach to Haven Alpha 7.
That must end.
Even as I speak to you today,
You've got incoming on approach.
Your
signal's breaking up.
Outlying territories to end this scourge once and for all.
They're right on top of you.
Losing you, Avenger.
Raise them again.
We will ensure your continued safety and well-being throughout this crisis.
Get your people out of there.
With your cooperation, we will overcome these radical elements and usher in another 20 years of peace and prosperity.
They don't stand a chance. Commander, we should get a squad ready to deploy.
Hello and welcome to iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. This is Uncut XCOM 2. It's just you, me, some gameplay, and very shortly my squad is going to join us as well, and we are taking on this retaliation mission. Very serious mission. We're trying to save some civilians, trying to kill all these Advent troopers. They control the whole world, and we've got to stop it. Alright, we've got to get there, we got to get them boots on the ground. And here we go. This is our squad for now. We got my man Brian Arnold all the way on the left. He's our sniper. Next up, we got the specialist. Then the other two people, another sniper, and I believe a heavy is the fourth member on our team. But this isn't like the ideal setup that I would have in general, but this is what we've got to work with right now. And that's sort of how XCOM works. You don't get to make the perfect squad right off the bat. You kind of have to let everybody grow little by little, and that's what's going on here. So you know, this soldier that we're looking at right now, she just got promoted, so I'm bringing her because she's the best I got. You know, it's either her or another rookie, and I'm not bringing rookies. So you know, let's make it happen. But of course, before we make it happen, we've got to launch the mission, and we've got to board the Sky Ranger. It's really cool. You know, every time you go on a mission, maybe it gets old after the first 10 or 15 times you see it for some people, but for me, I always like watching my troops walk onto the Sky Ranger and get ready to take off. There's just something cool about it. Now, let's listen to Central before the mission starts.
Remote reconnaissance picked up heavy comms traffic from alien forces moving to attack a resistance outpost in this region, and we're the only ones with any chance of stopping them. We're heading in to lock down the area. Neutralize all hostile contacts with extreme prejudice.
So essentially what that means is we've got to go in there, we've got to save some people, and we got to shoot some people in the face. Alright, so we got the best of both worlds right now. We're being the judge, jury, and executioner for the Advent troops, and they're all guilty, and they're all gonna take some serious bullets to the face. Boom, everybody jumping down those ropes, getting ready for combat. It looks so amazing every single time. But anyway, that's enough of that. I'm not gonna sing this game praises for the entire episode. I'm only gonna do that for about 50% of the episode. But either way, so we're starting off this mission out of concealment, which means the enemy already knows we're here, and what that means is we can't sneak up on them, which in a certain regard it sucks, because trying to get that ambush off, that Overwatch ambush, it's a lot of fun. It's a cool technique, and it potentially allows you to eliminate an entire pod of enemies. And what is a pod of enemies? Well, that's just one particular grouping of enemies. Like that right there, that is a pod. That is what is known as a pod of enemies. It's just two guys. They work together. You know, they're office mates. You know, they sit in the same cubicle. Whatever. That's what they do. So I've alerted that pod already, and that's potentially a bad thing because none of my soldiers are really in position right now, and I've got to get them in position if I want to take this pod out. But in addition to that, I've got people to save, right? So I've got a lot of stuff to balance right now. This particular mission doesn't have the turn counter on it, but it does have an objective that is finite, right? Every turn I waste, like potentially this one where she missed, you know, get yourself together, girl. Put your glasses on if you need to. But no, every turn that I take, a civilian is gonna get shot in the face by an Advent trooper or a sectoid or something. Somebody's gonna shoot a civilian on every turn I waste, and that is scary, right? There's 13 civilians. You need to save at least 6 of them. I think you can save more. I'm actually not sure, but I didn't personally because, you know, this shit is hard. But either way, it's just that added pressure. It's not a timer because there's a limited number of soldiers on this particular map. So if you can find them all and isolate them all, then you can stop rushing and stop worrying about civilians getting killed. But before that happens, you gotta play aggressively, and you gotta balance aggression and smarts at the same time. And here we go, getting an Overwatch shot. Can you make it? Nope, you can't. One of the downfalls to Overwatch is that it comes with an aim penalty. And my goodness, I hate the sectoid. You know, the sectoid is basically a necromancer. The majority of the time when you see a sectoid, it's not going to shoot you. It's going to try and mind control somebody. Excuse me. It's going to try and mind control somebody or make them panic or something. Or reanimate a corpse, which is obnoxious. But it's a necromancer. It's straight up a necro. It's raising the dead, and it's using CC. It's ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. Now, this guy is on Overwatch, and that is a dangerous thing for me. If I move a soldier into his line of sight, then he's going to take a shot at me. It has an aim penalty, but RNG will tell you that he's going to hit me if I run into his Overwatch. But you know what? YOLO, right? Now, once again, you can say that I potentially forgot that he was in Overwatch, and that was a mistake. But I'm just gonna say that was all part of the plan because it worked out in the end. And I honestly, all right, I'll be honest with you. I make that mistake all the time. I forget when the enemy goes into Overwatch, and I move my soldiers anyway, and a lot of times they die. I'm a bit of a save scum. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not in this particular. I didn't save scum in this particular mission. And what save scumming is it's when if you make a bad decision, you just load up the previous quick save and then make a better decision. I didn't do that in this particular episode, so it's fine. You don't have to think badly of me. So anyway, so once again, the squad that I have right now is 2 snipers, a grenadier, and a specialist. So it's not my favorite composition, but I think you can do cool stuff with pretty much anything that isn't a rookie, right? The stuff, the different soldiers play off each other's strengths, and the kit that you give your soldiers, it means something, right? I gave Brian Arnold, aka soon to be named Captain America, a med kit, and he just got to use it. And it's a good thing I did because she would have probably died. Oof, civilian got killed. I hate watching that. It just feels bad that I couldn't save them. But yeah, I gave him a med kit because I figured I was going to need it, right? He's a sniper, so you'd figure I'd give him a flashbang or something tactical or whatever. But I gave him a med kit, and it wound up being kind of useful, but he wound up in a bad position because of it. And there's so many different things going on right now because Brian Arnold just got shot in the back. And I don't want Brian Arnold to die because he is one of my strongest soldiers right now. So, at this point, I was sweating. I was sweating at this point, and if you can't already tell, this is a post-game commentary once again, because I still suck at this game. I'm really bad at it, and I haven't been able to play and talk at the same time without sounding like a complete tool. Essentially what's been happening is every time I try to play and just talk, I end up just going, okay, here we go, just for the whole mission, because I'm either panicking or I'm just super excited and anxious. It's just too much going on. But either way, this sectoid, it's in half cover, and I don't like that, and I want to get rid of his cover, and I'm trying to find a good spot for this grenade, but everywhere I try and throw it, it's going to blow up part of my cover, and I don't want to do that. So I take a pot shot at him, and it hits. I take pot shots all the time in XCOM. If it's above 50%, honestly, I'll roll the dice on that shit, because, you know, what the hell? Why not? So we got rid of the Necromancer, and that's good for us. There's still an Advent Trooper in the corner, but that's fine. He's not really a big deal. The Advent Troopers, there's police outside. The Advent Troopers they're kind of throwaway soldiers. They can hurt, but I should wait for the cops, right? Cops are gone. Okay, so the Advent Troopers, they can hurt and they can do some damage to your soldiers, but they're not big threats. They don't. I've never seen an Advent Trooper throw a grenade. I don't know if they can or not. That's number one. Number two, their aim isn't that great. If you're in full cover, in my experience, Advent Troopers just can't even touch you, and another civilian is dead. I feel so bad. She had a son, or a daughter, or a dog. She was important though. But you know, the Advent Troopers, they're just kind of whack. They don't really do much, and they're just kind of filler soldiers that you want to get rid of, like those episodes of Dragon Ball Z where nothing happens, or Dragon Ball Super if you're into that. So I guess something to point out, all you need to do to actually save somebody is walk into their circle, and once you walk into their circle, then they just walk off to safety. You don't have to do any weird escorting. You don't have to worry about protecting them once you've walked into their circle, which is really cool, because escort missions are always ass in every single game that has ever been. There has never been a fun escort mission, and I can say that with confidence. I firmly believe the escort mission is never good unless it's a two-player co-op thing and your friend is playing as the person that needs to be escorted. It's just ass, because NPCs, there's never been a developer in the history of developers that has coded an NPC that you're escorting to just do the right stuff. And the right stuff is just keep your ass in the back and not get shot up, and then follow me when you need to follow me. But it's never been coded right. And here we go, activating another pod. We got another Necromancer and two more Advent Troopers. There was another Advent Trooper somewhere in the back, and he just kind of ran off. I don't know where he is though. Fog of war, and it looks like he might be taking out civilians now. He's kind of hurting my heart a little bit. Ugh. And once again, if we run too low on civilians, we won't be able to save enough of them to complete the mission. So it's doubly bad. You know, it hurts your heart, and then it also hurts your chances for success. And here we go, using the Grenadier, gonna make an attempt at blowing up a lot of cover and getting some damage off. The Grenadier is hands down one of my favorite classes. It plays sort of, you can build it in two different ways. You can make it either more aggressive or more of a support oriented, and I'm trying to go for that sort of support tanky role. As you can see, she's got a little yellow blip or whatever, or a little yellow point next to her health bar. That's a point of armor for her, so she's tougher to kill than other troops. So I'm trying to keep her in the front, sort of in the line of fire, so hopefully she gets targeted, which is clearly not what's happening. Brian Arnold is getting roughed up. I'm gonna try and keep him in the back for most of this, because I do not want Brian Arnold to die. I want to nickname him Captain America. Oh my goodness. And you know, while we're speaking about nicknames, if there is a nickname or a full name or just any sort of customization that you would like to see me do to a soldier, let me know in the comments and I will do it, and I will bring that soldier on a mission, and I will give you a special shout out in the next video in which I use that soldier. Alright, so anyway, we're inching closer to another civilian. I'm trying to get all of them as best as possible. Well, not all of them. I'm trying to get as many as possible because, like I said, I don't like when people die. I don't like when people die. And that's the thing with XCOM, right? You can play this game and you can sort of not care about what's going on, and you can not invest yourself in what's happening. But what you can also do is you can care, and you can really take to heart the different things that are going on. And that for me, it makes the experience a million times better, right? So for me, when I'm playing, it's not just an NPC that's getting killed. That's somebody's mom that just got shot. Oh, and she died in the fog of war too. That's a terrible place to go down. Nobody wants to die in the fog of war. But seriously, you know, wait a minute. Overwatch. Did he make the shot? He did, and that felt really good. But Necromancer down. Anyway, investing, believing in what's going on, sort of investing in the story and the characters, it makes XCOM that much better when you say, okay, I'm actually going to save people right now, and just sort of role playing a little bit. That's what's going on. So right there, what I did in the last turn is I gave her the aid protocol, and what that does is it gives her a boost to her defense, which is, I believe, reduces her chance of getting hit. So even though she was flanked, she was able to dodge, so that was pretty cool. Well, she didn't dodge, that's a different mechanic, but the shot just missed, and I'm assuming that was because of the added defense that she had, so that was pretty cool. So our tank is surviving, moving her around. She's not really in the thick of it right now, but she's getting work done. She's using her big guns, taking a risky shot with 51% chance to hit. Is it gonna hit? No, because he's behind a bulletproof log, and that's what happens when you stand behind bulletproof logs. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you are staring down the barrel of a handheld Gatling gun, just stand behind a tree and you'll be perfectly safe. It will absorb all the bullets. And here we go. We got a pretty good chance to hit this guy. Boom, we're gonna get it. Our specialist is doing very well for himself. He's using that aid protocol. He's getting them shots, and hopefully he gets a promotion at some point during this mission. That would be nice of him if he got one. And here we go. We're about to save a civilian. That is the main objective, and that's gonna make me feel good when I save that guy.
Moving.
There you go. There you go, girl. Pick him up. Pick him up. Send him off to safety. Or maybe it's not a civilian at all. Maybe it's a giant freaking monster thing. Ugh. Now, I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen. That thing is called a Faceless, aka the motherfucking Pink Hulk. That's what that is. That is the Pink Hulk, and it is very intimidating, especially because, like, it's a little bit troll the fact that I had to walk into the circle to reveal that thing. So now I'm in a very precarious situation. So I'm gonna try and get myself to a better position, because I don't want, it's obviously a melee unit, so I'm trying to put some distance in between myself and the Pink Hulk. I don't know if that name is gonna stick for me, but for now I'm calling it the Pink Hulk. So I'm taking a shot with the pistol with Brian Arnold. I'm trying to keep Brian Arnold as far away from the action as possible, but still in range to do some damage, because every unit is valuable. And here we go. Things are actually heating up pretty bad right now. There's 3 Advent troopers, and at this point, the unit that I was just calling, you know, kind of crappy and not very good, well, they're taking shots at civilians, which is, at this point, it was a good thing. I was actually very glad that the civilians were dying at this point, because my troops were in bad positions. But 3 Advent troops, that's dangerous. And they like to overwatch a lot. That's actually something I've noticed about Advent troops. They either take a shot or they overwatch, and both are equally dangerous and stressful when you're actually playing the game. And I don't like this. There are patterns. Wait a minute now. This guy, he can climb in windows, in case you didn't notice. The stress is real. Okay, the stress is real. Now, I didn't know that Pinky over here could climb in windows, so I thought I was safe by sprinting through the window. Maybe it somehow reduced his accuracy by climbing in the window. I mean, that's what I choose to believe. That's not how it works, but I was just trying to get away from that thing. It was so scary. So scary. It's like your big brother chasing after you with like ketchup in his hand and you don't want him to touch you. I didn't have a big brother, but I assume that's what it's like. You know, any big brothers out there, tell me if you ever chased around your little brother with ketchup in your hand and trying to smack him. Don't know what I was doing with the camera right there, but it's fine. I think actually I was looking for the remaining civilians because I still needed to save a couple of them. And now sizing up a shot with my man Brian Arnold. Here we go. Right in the face. And that is why we can't let Brian Arnold die. Because clearly he's got that laser accuracy. Okay, now, you know, something I like to do is if somebody's in a bad position, I like to move them last because I stress out a lot. And if I move the person that's in a bad spot first, I'm going to put them somewhere stupid, and I'm going to regret my decision immediately. So I always tend to move the person that's most likely to get smacked up. I move them last, just so I could think about it a little bit. Okay. Whoa. Somebody's honking outside. Sorry, I apologize for that. I hope there won't be any more interruptions. So, anyway, at this point in the mission, things are very tense. There's there's two now. There's 2 Advent troopers, a fucking motherfucking Pinky over here, and I've still got to save civilians. There's so much going on right now. There's so many different things to weigh in on, and it's a lot. The music is intense too. I don't know. I'll let the music play a little bit. I'll turn it up right now. Okay, so there you go. You hear, it's intense. The music, the civilians getting shot in the face and brutally executed. They're defenseless civilians and they're getting executed. There's Pinky over here trying to smack up my girl over here with the cowgirl hat or whatever. It's just, it's ridiculous. And here we go. So I didn't get far enough away from this thing. Is it gonna kill her on this turn?
Okay, this is bad.
No, she's gonna live with 1 health. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. Honestly, it's honestly ridiculous. And what I was thinking at this point, once she goes down, Brian Arnold is next. So these are the kind of tough decisions you have to make in XCOM, right? Brian Arnold is the soldier that has to survive no matter what, right? So what does that mean? It means somebody else is going to have to make a sacrifice. And you know what? It's Lucy Moore. Lucy Moore is going to have to die. There was a point in this mission when I decided, okay, Lucy, you're dead. You're going to have to make the sacrifice for Brian. And I believe that point was now. Because she's not far enough away from that faceless. But she, you know what? I'm getting the best value I can out of her. And it's a tough decision. But you know what? I am the commander. And I have to make those tough decisions. Okay? I have to live with the fact that I put Lucy Moore in the direct war path of my man Pinky over there, aka the Pink Hulk, aka I like saying also known as. All right, so we're moving Brian Arnold to safety. There's no way the Pink Hulk can reach me from where he is, and I'm also moving my other troops into a closer position so I can take this guy out, because that thing is going to wreak some serious havoc if I don't take it out as quickly as possible. So it's a bad situation. It's a very bad situation, and I don't like it. But you know, it's big, and it's big target. It's like target practice at this point. But here's a fun fact: it heals. It heals itself. So that makes it even more difficult. And this actually the cool thing, the faceless is, there you go. You see it just gained 2 health. That's ridiculous. Oh no, wait, before I continue talking, let's have a moment of silence for Lucy Moore. You can only be but so lucky. She dodged the first hit, she survived the second one, but the third one, that third hit is going to take her out completely. But it's also going to take out the cover for that Advent Trooper. So, you know, in the end, Lucy Moore was the MVP for this particular mission, and she set everything up for me. And you know, I feel bad about what I had to do, but you know what, it's okay, because we're gonna get some revenge. I'm gonna save as many civilians as I can, and I'm also going to kill that fat pink blob of flesh, and it's going to be glorious. I'm gonna take him out. I'm not gonna let some pink blob and an Advent Trooper ruin this mission completely. And if I can get the remaining 3 soldiers back to base with their current health and attributes and all that, then I'll be satisfied. I'll be satisfied. So I'm looking around. I'm trying to scan the map, trying to see if I can find any other civilians, because I do need to save 1 more, and I believe there are 2 left alive currently. So, you know, there's stuff to do. There's still stuff to do. We got to get to work. Even though Lucy Moore is dead, we still got to carry on. And now I'm starting to regret my decision. Maybe I should let Brian die, because he's missing all of a sudden. You know, sure, he's injured, but, you know, come on. Get it together. Get it together is what I'm saying. Yeah, get that together. That Advent Trooper needs to get himself together. But yeah, so Advent Trooper's down. The only thing left to deal with is Captain Pink over here, or Mr. Pink. And he's going to get dealt with. He's going to get the full might of the remaining 3 members of my squad. Your squad doesn't always have to be 4 members. You can actually increase the size of the squad with special things that you can build in your base, and we'll do that when it happens. And oh my God, he's swinging. You know, the swing, it looks like it should do a lot more damage, but it's, you know, it's a cleave, so it probably wouldn't be fair if it did 10 damage to 1 guy, because it could potentially kill multiple people because it's a big swing, and it destroys cover too. It's actually somewhat tactical, that move, that swipe attack of his. Now I'm not gonna just stand right in his face. I'm gonna move away, because I want to try. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to move out of his range and then take a shot at him. That's what I want to do. And then boom, I miss. So I'm in a bad spot, right? This pink thing, it has the potential to kill either Brian or that other guy. I can't remember his name, and I actually can't see it right now, so it's fine. But yeah, he's got to die. He's got to get killed. Mr. Pink has to die, or else I die. So we're going to do everything we can. We're going to toss a grenade. The Grenadier is so good because it has access to 2 grenades. That's number 1. And number 2, grenades are guaranteed damage. That's always amazing. Number 3, grenades destroy cover and things. That is also amazing. Now here we go. Moment of truth. 67% chance to hit. If Brian Arnold does not make this shot, he is literally going to die. I took a screenshot of that. Here we go. Moment of truth. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Boom. Dead. That is RNG for you.
No longer a threat.
No longer a threat. There we go. And actually, believe it or not, that is the end of the mission. That was the last enemy in the area, so that's great. So it automatically saves the rest of the civilians once you clear out all the enemies. There were only 7 enemies on the entire map. If I had known that the whole time, I might have played things a little bit differently, but that's all part of the game, right? You don't know exactly how many enemies are in your area of operation, so you gotta take it slow, because there could have been more stuff going around there. So there we go. I think we did pretty well. We did pretty well, and I didn't have to save and reload and be a save scum. And I'm proud of myself. I'm very proud. Lucy Moore will be missed. But there we go. We're coming to a close now. I hope you enjoyed the video. I definitely enjoyed playing XCOM 2. It's a great game. And I also enjoyed doing the commentary for you to watch and hopefully laugh a little bit, chuckle along with me as we go through the missions and stuff. Here we go, heading back to the Avenger, wrapping things up nicely. Once again, if you made it this far, I'm gonna give you something you could do if you want to be a more involved part of iBluairJgR Game for Comedy. What you could do, post in the comments, tell me the name of a soldier, his ethnicity, his background, all sorts of stuff, and I will make that soldier. And at some point you will see him in one of the playthroughs, and that'll be really cool to see your own soldier. Or put him in the character pool, right? I think that's the thing. I don't know how it works, but if you got somebody in the character pool that I could look for and potentially recruit, I'll try that too. But anyway, folks, it's over now, so thank you for watching iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. This has been another episode of Uncut XCOM 2, and I'll see you next time.